appreciate everyone being here today. You know, I've always heard that you need to either have a very good speech or a very short one. So we'll be done in a moment. First and foremost, I would like to acknowledge a few people here today. I know that's not what we're here for, but I think it's very important. It's important to me anyway. To the mayor, the city commission, and the city manager of this great city, I thank you for the confidence that you've shown in me. I thank you for the opportunity that you offered me. And I pledge to do the very best job I can. I thank the other city departments that are represented here today. It's a great team. It's good to be part of such a great team. And I'm proud to be a City of Dothan employee. There are many leaders in the community that I've met here today already and introduced and shook hands with and just had an opportunity to briefly fellowship with. I would like to talk to you all again. If you have time to stay around, I'll be here as long as I need to. But thank you for being here. There are too many to acknowledge, but I certainly would like to, first of all, acknowledge our elected officials, members of the legislative delegation who are here, members of the county commission who are here, other sheriffs in other jurisdictions, law enforcement officers who are also here today. Thank you so much. It means a lot to me to have people like Kevin Wright here, who worked here 20 years ago, who's now in management in Abbeville, or others, Wally Olson. Great to have you here. But I really need to acknowledge the retirees of the city of Dothan. I'm very proud to say I was hired by Cater Williams, and that I work for John White, and I work with Chief Benefield from APOS. They're role models of mine. They're leaders in the community. Dwayne Herring, Lewis Miller, just all retirees. Bobby, all you guys mean a very lot to me, and I really appreciate it. And I said a very lot. My mother was an English teacher. That's not going to go over very well with her. I want to thank my family, my wife of 23 years, LaWanna. I love you. My son Nathan. My daughter, Laura Grace. My in-laws, the Helmses, are here. Miss Aunt Agnes is here. My mother and my brother also. My father-in-law and my mother-in-law. I appreciate the support you've given me over the years. What's interesting is my mother has watched me work down here for the last 31 years, and she's never stepped foot in this building. I had to get my brother to bring her down here. So, Mom, thank you. I love you. To my partners in law enforcement in Houston County, the District Attorney Doug Molested, we've had a tremendous relationship over the past 28 years, Doug. I think you're the best. God bless you. Godspeed. Donald Valenza, the Sheriff of Houston County, we work well together. I hope I can stop you from taking our people. I've got the microphone now, Donald. I met Donald Valenza when we were in narcotics many years ago. And Donald, this is my version of the story. You can tell yours later. You had your chance. He's running through what's called the Baptist Bottom over here, chasing a guy named Sam, and I don't want to mention his last name. He's not here anymore, but for his memory, I won't do that. Donald's chasing him through the bottom, so I see this white guy running across the street over there, and I'm wondering what's going on. All of a sudden, I hear the radio explode about there's a foot pursuit in Houston County. So I was in narcotics at the time. This was 1980-something, 1989, I believe. So I cut the guy off on the Lee Alley, and I jumped out of the car, and I ran up there. And by this time, Donald's finally caught up to this guy. He's got him on the ground. And I run up here, and I've got a gun in my hand. And he said, who are you? I said, I'm Steve Parrish with the police department. And he's on the ground like this, you know, and he's like. Sam's trying to get up and leave, you know. Our sheriff is giving him a couple of love taps to keep him down and shake that day forward, I think it started a good relationship. I appreciate you. I appreciate your department and all you do. I talked about my family and how I appreciated my family. The men and women of the Dothan Police Department are my family. You are my brothers and sisters, and I'm talking about the employees, I'm talking about all of them. My success or my failure depends on each one of you becoming the very best you can be at what you do. Our job is to protect the community and the entire community. I've mentioned some VIPs earlier, call them VIPs. The real VIPs, I think you will agree with me, are the people that are not here today. Those are the people that are shut in, that can't get out of their house. Those are the people that are at work. Those are the business owners of this town that are trying to make a living, that are generating the tax revenue that we need to be the vibrant city that we are. Those are the real VIPs. The children in our schools, they're important to us. So I thank all of you for being here, but they are certainly the ones that we really need to focus on as being our true VIPs. You know, when I was a young child, I remembered reading a scripture in Matthew chapter 5, verse 9, part of Jesus' Sermon on the Mount. And it said, "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God." I believe from that day forward, I received a call to public service. And it's something that I believe is in every career police officer, every officer who's been here long enough to know that this is what they're going to do. It's a calling, okay? It's certainly not about the money. You know, I can save my money. Eventually I'm going to spend it. I can invest it. It'll go up or down. It's a gamble. And what I've spent, I've already lost. But from a spirit of service standpoint, what I give away is mine to keep forever.
Amen.
Okay. That's the attitude that we have to have in public service. I think these retired law enforcement officers can tell you that. The citizens in this community who went out and helped cut down trees and move debris, that we just had a terrible situation come through Dothan, that got out and helped, you're the heroes to me. This isn't about me today. This is about the community. This is about what I pledge to you that we're going to do. In closing, I would like to say I appreciate my command staff. And I've said this before. I think I told the media this a couple of weeks ago. This right here is the senior management team of the Dothan Police Department. These are the rudders. These are the oars. I'm simply the flag, okay? My success or failure not only depends on these police officers and these employees here, they depend on 4 individuals, one of which Captain Benny is at the FBI Academy. I have faith in you, gentlemen. I respect you, and I'm counting on you. And I just wanted to publicly recognize you. And the final thought that I would like to leave you here with today is regarding the last 4 words of this oath of office that I just took. I took it 30 years ago, and it meant a lot to me then, and it meant a lot to me now. I am here to serve you. I'm here to serve the employees of this police department. I'm simply the head of this department. I am your servant. I will get you the things that you need to help develop you and make you the best police officer that you can be, the best employee that you can be. I pledge that to you. I pledge that in front of the citizens of this community, that I will do the very best I can to lead this agency in a positive direction. We are going to serve all people. The businesses of the community, again, I've got your back. We're going to protect our own. I understand that economic development is largely dependent upon safety, security, and peace of mind. We want people to come to Dothan. We want them to thrive here. We want them to shop here. That's what it's all about. Regarding the last 4 words of pledge, or the oath of office I took, I pledge this to you in front of my family that I will do the very best I can, in front of my wife and my children and my mother. I pledge these things. So help me God.
Amen.